NOAA is confirming the beginning of an El Niño summer. That means warmer temperatures, possibly here in western Washington.
Could also impact your family's summer plans to hit the water as well. Fox 13 meteorologist Abby Acone joining us now to explain. Hey, Abby.
Yeah, I'm here to break this down. So an El Nino pattern, it means that we're tracking warmer temperatures in the Pacific Ocean, which in turn can unfortunately fuel the growth of toxic algae in the water. And we know all too well that harmful algal blooms shut down some beaches in western Washington every summer. To talk more about these problems, let's bring in Lucia Ross, the Chief Marketing Officer of Blue Green Water Technologies. Lucia, good morning.
Good morning, Abby. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I love having you. So, Lucia, your company focuses on preserving the health and safety of water worldwide. How will El Nino impact the growth of this toxic algae?
Well, as you know, the El Nino system is going to bring in that warmer weather and warmer water, and the warmer waters are going to be prime breeding ground for cyanobacteria. And cyanobacteria contains microcystin toxins, which are neurotoxins that can cause immediate harm to both animals and humans alike, and very dangerous. And we advise that people stay out of the water if they know that it's not clean.
Yeah, talk more about the health impacts to people and pets and why it's so important that people heed those warnings to not get in the water when those beaches are shut down.
Well, we've already seen across the country and around the world, actually, several dog deaths because we've had an earlier bloom season. And with El Nino, you'll notice you have warmer weather. The water is going to be warmer, and that means that the cyanotoxins are going to be breeding exponentially. And the microcystin toxins within cyanobacteria are very strong, and they can kill pets within 20 to 30 minutes. So the symptoms you'll see if a dog gets in the water and ingests water, you'll see diarrhea, vomiting, seizures, almost like fainting, rigidity. And if they are not taken to a veterinarian immediately, they could die. And sometimes, in most cases that we've read so far this year, they've died within minutes before the families could even get them to the veterinarian.
Yeah.
So if it can do that to a small dog, you can imagine what they'll do to a child.
Yeah, huge health impacts. Several years ago, I remember reporting on a dog that died from getting into water with a dangerous algal bloom. So there are different types of toxic algae in freshwater versus saltwater. And we know that in saltwater, fish and shellfish can ingest those toxins, which is really dangerous. So can you talk more about the other environmental impacts?
Right. Well, with the shellfish, you see dinoflagellates and diatoms. Those are in the red tide. So those are the ones that are in marine systems. And that is paralytic. So you definitely want to make sure you're not ingesting shellfish, crabs, clams, shrimp, any type of shellfish. You don't want to ingest those. You want to make sure that you check with the Department of Health, that they've monitored the water, check with NOAA to make sure that the water is clean. You don't want to go clamming or catching anything in shallow water, because shallow water is where they can congregate. When you have a shallow water system, cyanobacteria have more access to sunlight, so you have the photosynthesis taking place, and a colony can grow and double in size within 5 hours. And the toxins are concentrated, so you don't want to eat anything that's been in that toxic water.
Yeah, so just so people know here, Washington State Department of Health, NOAA, monitoring salt water. And then also we've got Department of Ecology watching toxic algae in freshwater. 20 seconds left. Lucia, what do the data and science say about how algae blooms are becoming more frequent and more severe?
Well, because we are experiencing warmer weather, warmer winters, you don't have that hard freeze and in some systems where they would normally die off and die back and go lower in the water column. So you're seeing blooms start earlier in the season because we have warmer winters and just warmer weather in general. The US EPA says that water is toxic when you have over 20,000 cells per milliliter. And that looks like this. It looks like clean water. You can't tell the difference just by looking at it. When you see the scum and the mats on the water, you already have a pandemic in water, and that really needs to be avoided, because those toxins, not only are they in the water, but when the atoms or the cells are sliced open, the toxins can become airborne as well.
Well, Lucia, thank you so much for joining us to talk about this big issue that impacts us here locally. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Abby.